Okay, I'm gonna start the next thing. So, hey guys. Yeah, welcome to Bake Flow.
Yeah, something like that.
Hey guys, welcome to Bake Flow. Today we're gonna make some vegan blueberry lemon scones. So, for these scones, we're gonna use shortening instead of butter because they're vegan. I'm gonna weigh out 4 ounces. Yeah, 4 ounces of shortening. Got my little food scale right here. This is equivalent to 1 stick of butter. If you wanted to use butter instead, but since these are vegan, they have to be dairy-free. All right, so we got 4 ounces in there. And then we're gonna put a 1/3 cup of sugar, some white sugar in there. And then we're gonna do two cups of flour. Actually 2 3/4 of flour. We got 2. And then I just kind of eyeball the 3/4. Kind of looks like 3/4 of the way. And then we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of baking powder. There we go. That's in there. And then we're gonna do 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Sometimes I forget the salt, and it's not a big deal if I forget it, but it definitely tastes better with the salt. Alright, so now that I have all those ingredients in there, I got my lemon, I have my zester, and I'm gonna just zest 1 lemon into the bowl before I start to mix it. Sometimes I cut myself with the zester. Get some skin in there too. Alright, the lemon is pretty naked. Alright, so we have that all together. Gonna set up our mixer. The stand mixer works great for this kind of stuff, but if you don't have it, you can hand mix it if you want to. It just would take a little bit longer. Use a paddle attachment. Just mix it up like so. Because these are vegan, we're gonna use some, my timer. Ow. So because they're vegan scones, we can't put eggs in it. So what I'm gonna use is this egg replacer. It's made by Bob's Red Mill. It works just as good as regular eggs. So 1 tablespoon of this is equal to 1 egg. So we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of the egg replacer. And if you wanted to use just eggs, you could just do 2 eggs. I'm going to use my spoon. And it needs to be warm water to mix with the egg replacer. So I'm gonna put like 4 tablespoons of water in here. That's about 4. We're gonna mix this guy up. And it'll take like a few minutes to thicken up. So I'm just gonna leave it here for maybe like 3 minutes. This will not work for an omelet, I'm just telling you that. So these are gonna be lemon blueberry, and I'm gonna use just some frozen blueberries. There'll be 1 cup, just 1 cup today. If you want an extra blueberry, you can put in 1.5 cups if you want, but you don't want to do too much because blueberries can be kind of hard to work with when shaping the scone, so I just do a cup. And as you can see, my egg replacer is thickened up some. And we're just gonna dump this guy in here. Okay. That's in there. And then we're gonna throw in 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Gonna measure it this time. There we go. Then I got my cup of blueberries that I'm gonna put in here. All right, so as you can see, the dough is not shaped yet because it doesn't have enough liquid stuff. So I'm gonna use some coconut milk to moisten the dough up a bit. I'll do like a 1/3 cup in there. I normally just eyeball it, but there's a 1/3 cup. It's probably gonna need a little bit more, but this will help bring everything together into a nice thick dough. It's gonna need a little bit more, so maybe a 1/2 cup in there. 1/2 cup of coconut milk. We use the full fat canned coconut milk because it just works a lot better for baking. It has more fat in it, so it's just a little thicker and better to work with. As you can see, it came together really nice. So this is actually the perfect dough consistency. It's not too wet. It's not crumbly at all. It all sticks together really nicely, and it'll be very easy to shape for our scones. All right, so I got my pan and I have my parchment paper on here. The next thing I'm gonna get is just a little bit of flour on top of the parchment paper so that the dough doesn't stick too much. Then I'm gonna take the dough, press it down a little bit, put some more flour on it, and then just roll it out some. I'm gonna make like a log with the dough. This log is probably like 12 inches long and maybe 3.5, 4 inches wide. Probably 4 inches actually. All right, this is shaped pretty good. Have that shaped into our log. And we're gonna grab our coconut milk and we're gonna spread some right on the top. This is really important for scones because it keeps all the moisture in and it gives the top a little crispy outer layer. So that's on there nicely. I'm gonna cut this thing. I'm gonna show you how I cut it to be pretty even. So we're gonna slice it in half. Then we're gonna slice the halves in half. So we have 4 little rectangles. And then we're gonna slice the rectangles in a diagonal way to make a triangle shape. And the last thing we're gonna put on these guys, some raw sugar. I always top it off with a little bit of raw sugar. Just some extra sweetness and crunchies. All right, and the last thing we're gonna do before baking is we're gonna stick this guy in the freezer for like 10-ish minutes because it helps with the baking process and the rising process. So we're just gonna throw that in there for like 10 minutes and then it'll go in the oven. Grabbing the vegan scones. They're pretty chilled out and they're gonna bake at 400 for 20 minutes. So set your timer. I'm gonna set mine. Wait, I don't know how to work work this. Smartwatches are... I swear. There we go. Lord, that took forever. Alright. Jerry Lopez is like amazing. The scones just got done. Oh, it's hot. It's been like 20 minutes and they look perfect. Little toasty on the top. Still pretty soft though. So we're gonna let these cool down before we make the frosting for like maybe 10 minutes. Let them hang out for a bit. Rachel, I opened the bag and this is what I find. You know that's not allowed back here, but it's okay, I guess. I'm making the frosting, by the way. So I'm making the frosting for the vegan lemon scones, vegan blueberry lemon scones. I'm gonna use the naked lemon. I'm gonna slice that in half. And I have 1 cup of powdered sugar in my bowl. So we're just gonna squeeze this lemon in here. And we'll do both halves. And that's pretty much all that's going to go in the frosting. Is just the powdered sugar and lemon. And this will make like a really sweet glaze for the scones. Because the scones they don't have a lot of sugar in them already, making a frosting is really nice. Just some added sweetness. This has a nice consistency, not too thick, more on the thin side. And we're gonna go ahead and put it on our scones. Maybe about 1 spoonful for each scone. The glaze is optional, but I highly recommend it. Just because I love frosting on scones. It's the best part. And now these guys are done, and they're gonna be put out to sell. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos, please subscribe to our channel and share this video if you want to share with your friends some tasty treats.